I have been inspired to become a professor by two people here at Broward College. My first math professor, Gary Sullivan, he wouldn't give me my grade in my intermediate algebra math class until I agreed to choose a math career. I had a perfect average in the class, but he wouldn't give me my A because he didn't want me to waste that potential that he saw. And my second math professor, Mitchell Levy, he had me teaching some of the students in the class and helping them, and it became really apparent to me that I was a good teacher and that I was able to take difficult concepts and make them seem very simple.
My inspiration to become a professor actually came from President Obama, believe it or not. He was giving a speech in Detroit about the need for high-tech jobs in the future and the need for community colleges to help educate the public to fill that role. And I was looking for a change of career at that time, and I was inspired to look into community college teaching, and I actually went for it. I adjunct professored for a while in Michigan, and then I got my job here at Broward.
First of all, I want to say namaste to my parents, especially my dad, who inspired me to do the best in whatever I endure. Secondly, my students, who encouraged me throughout my passageway in nursing and also in the teaching profession.
I would say definitely my dad has been my inspiration my whole life, and he's the one who inspired me. Ever since I was little, his words just rained through in my heart. Honey, I don't know how all this information will fit in your little brain, but I know you can do it and I know you have a will. And so my dad has been the inspiration from day one in my life, and this award is definitely for him.
Caring, passionate, and maybe funny.
Passionate. I'm passionate about my delivery and how I execute things in the classroom. Methodical and fun. I like to have fun in the classroom. I think students need to be cheered. We like to enjoy each other's company and have a few laughs, and so it kind of eases the tension of a normal classroom.
They will say grammar to the power of 3. They would say very detailed oriented and caring.
You know, I have a very interactive and conversational style in my classroom. I really want to bring my students into the conversation. You know, I always tell them that, you know, my class is like a microcosm of democracy. And democracy is a participatory sport. You got to be involved, you got to be active. And that's what I want for my classroom. My classroom is not a spectator sport. It's a participatory sport. I want students actively involved, engaged, and I think they learn more.
Engaging students in a math classroom isn't always easy. They come into a math classroom already feeling defeated, already not liking math, and already having many bad experiences with math. So the first thing I do is I use humor, because a relaxed classroom opens up the ability for learning. So I just try to do a lot of that, taking away their fear and undoing some of the old fears and the old damage, and getting them to realize that math can be fun and it can be easy and it can be related to the real world, and then they can retain it and apply it, and maybe we can get rid of some of that old thinking.
I teach writing. I teach developmental writing, ENC 1101, ENC 1102, and writing is a process. And I love to create units where the students are learning about the content in so many different forms and fashion. For example, I teach a unit on success, and we watch an Eric Thomas video about success. They go out and interview people about success. Could be family, friends, teachers, counselors, and all of this leads to a writing assignment. And so by the time they get to that writing assignment, they're so full of information that we work together just to coordinate it and put it all together.
I wanted to work for a community college, and luckily I lived in Broward County and had the opportunity to work here as an adjunct and then as full-time, because I believe in the mission, having gone to a community college. And I think that it offers a lot, especially to beginning students who may not be sure this is the right pathway for them, and they get in here and they're astounded at what a fabulous environment it is. So I really believe in the mission and statement of a community college.
The diversity of the student body, I really appreciate the diversity. You know, I had one student, he was from the Congo, and I was doing a simulation on the Rwandan genocide. And he was a refugee from the Congo, and his family was deeply affected by that humanitarian crisis. And he brought such extraordinary insights into that classroom, into that simulation. It changed the dynamic of the entire simulation, and it was incredibly good for my students to be able to get actively involved and engaged with a student who had that kind of experience.
The department I work, it's like an extended family, and I can ask for more, and I want to continue working in the same great institution as long as I can.